Well, good day, everybody. Glad you can join me today. All right, October is coming to an end. Halloween, very, very close by. Okay, and I figured I'd get caught up on a video or two prior to all the rain we're going to get and all the cold weather we're going to get. In the next couple of days, we're going to get hit very hard. But I purchased a couple of hatchets. The one on top, I would say I had it almost a year. Yeah, almost a year. For sure. It'll be a year probably mid-September or something like that, so a little over a year. All right. This one here from Beaver Craft. They're both from Beaver Craft, but this one here, maybe a couple of months. So I got this one and this one to take a look at with you guys today. This one here, I've not opened yet. So we're going to see it together. This one here, I did open. I did take a look at it. It's got hits and misses, and we're going to take a look at that together. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer, and we'll start with this one and keep that one second because I never seen that one yet. This one I have. So come on in. Beaver Bushcraft. Okay, a little frog, so you can put it on your belt. Yeah, that's not real leather. I think that's a Chinesium type leather. Oh my good gore, that's thin. That is paper thin. If I was to guess, 3-ounce leather, maybe 4. She's paper thin. 4 little type of rivets. Very cheaply made. I'm sorry, but I just got to call it the way it is. All right. That's the hatchet. I was pretty happy when I first opened it up. I said, yeah, that's rustic looking. Not too shabby. Feels good in the hand. I'll put some cordage around here. That way I can choke up or, yeah, I'll put something around here. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm looking right here at the shoulders. Okay. It's way off. When they were grinding it up this side and grinding it down this side, they didn't even keep in mind what they were doing down here for the shoulders. Like that's off damn near 3/16 of an inch. If I was to draw a line, like, it's crazy. There's the shoulder here, down here, and this one's up here. So when I seen that, I was worried about taking the mask off, because that's way off. The thickness from here to the eye hole is pretty good. It's round off here. This is put on pretty good, but I sure didn't like the grind. The mask doesn't do nothing. I'll have to make a better one. Yeah, anyways, it's off now. Okay. I don't know if you'll see it. I'll put it against here. But look at the grind right here. Okay. This here starts down here. This is up here. But look up here. I hope that's turning out. If that doesn't turn out when I check out the video, I'll put a picture here. If it turns out, I'll leave it. You can see it. It's as if this is flat and this has the Scandi in it, right? That's going to throw you off when you're carving. So when I seen this, like you could really notice it. When I seen all this, I got very disappointed. I put it back in a box and I just threw it behind my desk. And after a while I said, you know, maybe I'll fix it one day. But for the amount of money you pay for a hatchet nowadays, even from Beaver Craft, you'd expect something a lot better, eh? Looks good from here. It does look good, but it's far from good. Now, am I being nitpicky? Well, yeah, for sure. I'm the one spending the money. I have the right. It's my money that I paid for this. That's from Ukraine. I liked the hatchet when I seen all the pictures of it. I just don't like the work they did on it. Like they could turn around and say, oh, that's hand forged and whatever, but believe you me, I've seen a lot of other people make hatchets, axe, whatever, hand forge from a block of steel, punching the whole bit, and when they're finished, it does not look like this. Okay, it looks spectacular. So anyways, let's take another look at it closer. I got to take a file. It was banged here and twisted, and right here it's like as if there's a burr here on this side, here, and on this side. So I got to actually file all that down because it's very noticeable. Like, you know what I mean? When you give a piece of metal a good whack with a hammer, you get the little burr, right? That's what it got here. So I'll file all that off. But that grind, I don't know. I don't even have a belt grinder. That's what you're going to need to fix this. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in that. Okay, so this is the steep side. This side's the shallow with like a, this is like a full flat, almost, with a little bit of a convex here, and this comes straight out with like a Scandi. No other way to explain it. I'll run it on a stone for a while, but what I'll do is I'll use a file and kind of take this here down, maybe 1/8 of an inch into the black, and then file that off. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to draw a line about 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to taper that off with a file as best as I can. Try not to touch the edge. And I could probably save it. But as far as the grind in here and the grind in here, well, there's nothing I can do about that right now. I'm just going to have to live with it. The hammer part right here, it's all tapered nicely. They did a good job there. Very good job there. Like, it's a little off with the grind, but all in all they did not too bad job. But you know, the problem is when you start looking at the defects, if there's only one and everything else was good, yeah, so what? If this was all good and the taper was all off, again, so what? But when you got multiple places that don't look right, then you get picky at everything else, eh? But anyways, and it's too bad because I like this little hatchet. It's dull. Very, very dull. Do I got any sticks anywhere? Didn't find the stick, but I found the mask. Yeah, that's cheap, 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 cheap. More than cheap. Like, that's crazy. There's no need to go that cheap. Okay. Yeah, that don't do nothing. They should have came up higher and put this here at the top here. That way it would have stayed on. But no, that's supposed to be a safety piece. Okay, your mask. And it doesn't do nothing. But anyways, I'll throw all that away. I'll throw this away. I'm not even going to keep it, and I'll make my own. And then I'll put a nice little leather wrap or something in here, and I'll tie it up for an overstrike, and I'll fix it up. Once it's fixed up, it'll look good, but it's just disappointing, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's that one. I'm going to put the mask on. I'll put it over here. I'll take this, put it in here. All right. Let's check this one out. Okay. No tape. No tape. Okay, this is the new one that came with this one. This is the one that came with the other one. You can see the difference in the thickness of the leather. This one's a little thicker. The rivets, I guess it might hold, I don't know. But again, that's not real leather. Doesn't feel like it anyways. This sure doesn't. That's that recycled leather. Okay, it's not pleather or what's the other one, flex or whatever. It is a type of leather, but it's made with scrap and glue and whatever, right? That's what this feels like. Almost like an oil tan. But anyways, we'll put that aside. I'm just getting nitpicky now because of the first hatchet. All right, let's see what this one looks like. Beaver Craft. Not too sure what's stamped in there. But you know what? The shoulder here and the shoulder on that side looks not too bad. Not too bad. We'll see what it looks like with the mask off, but not too bad. In here and here looks good. The strike face looks good. So far, I like what I see. Again, this is pretty good here, nice and centered. I just hope that it doesn't get loose, but if it does, I'll just change the handle. Okay, so the mask. See, the mask does not come off whatsoever. It doesn't come off unless you unsnap it. And that's what they should have made, something like this for the other one. That's thin, man. That is thin. But that's okay. I'll make my own. But it's a lot better than the other one. They probably got a lot of complaints with the other type of leather because I noticed this one's a lot thicker. And it's actually looks a lot better. Doesn't look too bad, you know. Just not thick enough, right? It's not going to last, right? But anyways, we'll put that aside. Alrighty then. So that's what it looks like. All right, let's check that out. Okay. Hopefully you can see it. If not, I'll put a picture in. But if you look at the grind, okay, there's two scandies there. pretty close to even. Like your little V here. That's pretty close to even. Pretty close. Down here, it's not too bad. Again, your little V here. Pretty good. Pretty close to even. I like it. They did a not too bad job on this piece. So whoever they contracted out to make this tool, the person that made this tool took pride in his work. The person who made that one, he'd rather make 10 a day than to make 4 good ones. I'm just nitpicking, but it's my money. It's not like it was given to me. If it was given to me and I had to do a review, it'd be the same review, but I probably wouldn't bitch as much. But because I pay for it, I have the right. But this feels good. I like this one. I really do. Okay. It's funny. It's when I go like this, it's rounded. You can barely hear. Wait for the birds. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, it's rounded. But here, it's almost like a flat, and you can hear it. Hear my finger, my thumb? And here. All right, this one. That's actually pretty nice on both sides. This one's a lot sharper, boy. I'll bet you this can cut paper if I had some with me. This one, I guess it'd go through butter. That's about it. Okay, so there's the 2 hatchets. Now I'm going to set you up over here at my horse, and let's whack some wood with it. Follow me. It's too bad about this one because I really like the design. Same as this one, but I like this one. It's in very good shape as far as that goes. This one, maybe I'll buy myself a belt grinder and fix that up. Okay, let's start off with this one. Also, that's seasoned maple right there. She's hard. Yeah, you can tell it's dull. But you want to know something? The design of the handle here, I like it. It's not slipping out of my hand. But when I put a lanyard here, and then encase my hand into it, choke back, yeah, it's going to be all right. Yeah, no, I don't mind the handle. Just disappointed in the rest. All right. Let's try the other one. Different style of handle. I like the look of this hatchet. It's funny, you know. I like the other one also, but I'm just disappointed in quality control. You know, the blacksmith should have fixed that. You know what I mean? Once he's seen that, like, hey, he's right there at the grinder. He could have fixed that. This one's nice. Okay. Sharp. It's also sharp. Okay, let's see what happens. It's a big knot, as you can see. No damage. And it cuts a whole lot better. Big difference. I can easily touch that up a little bit, but it'll be fine. Better chopper. And that's just because of the grind, eh? Okay, let's take a look at them both. Big difference, that's for sure. probably 2 inches deep here, 2.5, an inch here. That's about it. On this side with here, almost 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, I'll bring you up a little closer and we'll just take a look at that. All right, so there's the depth right beside the knot. And again, that's that hatchet there. Look how clean that is. That's deep. Right beside the knot. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's take a look at the other one. There's the difference. So that's that one right there. You know, if I just spend a little bit of time cleaning up the edge, that'd work out good. So that's that axe right there, that hatchet. Okay, so let's see if we can split some lumber. I'll set you back up on the tripod. All right, so anyways, just to close out the video, I like both of them, right? I like the design of both of them. I'm just happy with the fit and finish of this one and disappointed in the fit and finish of this one, but it's something I'm going to have to repair, right? Once I get myself a belt grinder or whatever, I'll fix it up. If not, I'll fix it up with a file and a puck. I'll take a stone puck and I'll work it out with a file and we'll see what happens. This one, I'm just going to strop it because I like the edge. I like the geometry of the it's like a convex Scandivex. It's very nice. This one, I'll fix it. So I'm going to put this one aside for now. And different lengths, only about an inch, inch and a half. Same diameter. I'll keep the smaller one for this. Okay. Let's baton it. See what I mean? I really like the design and the shape of the head. It just, because of the taper, it just blows the wood apart, eh? When I fix that, that's going to be a great carver when I fix that. Once the edge is done, that's going to climb the ranks pretty quick. I can make feather sticks with it anyways. A little bit of strop on some leather, and I can make that that work without changing the geometry of the factory grind. Yeah. I'll get used to it once it's cleaned up. That's a nice little hatchet. I like the design of it. Just needs a little extra work. Okay, let's take a look at the other one. This one's got a knot in it. One there, one there. Well, actually three. 1, 2, 3. But anyways, let's see what happens. See if it fits square this way. That'll have to be this side. She separates and blasts that wood apart with ease. See, she's already split down to here. But once it hits right in here, it'll explode the wood. You can sure tell this one's a little sharper for sure. And being a convex, I like it. Now both of them, all it says about both of them is carbon steel. When I tried to find out what kind of steel it was, there's no information. There's some people that said it's like a 1066 or whatever. One guy even said it's 1095, and it's just too many discrepancies. I don't know what the steel is on this. But the edge is nice and clean. I do like the way that fits in my hand. There's no doubt about it. I like it. This one too. But it's got a different feel, right? There you go. You can feather stick with this one. Seems to be easier, but then again it's sharper. Now I don't know if it has to do with the belly here compared to the flat. So yeah, feather's better. Overall assessment, the leather that just came with this one, I can't rate that more than a 3.5. Okay, it's just too small, too thin. Ain't gonna last. The frog with the rivets like that, it's just not gonna last. The snap, button snap, it'll work. The fit of the leather sheath here, or the mask, it's the design that has to go with this tool. That is mated with this tool, no doubt. The frog, just way too weak. Way too weak. You need 9-ounce leather, man. 9 ounce, that's it. That's the only way it's gonna last. These 3 ounces or whatever, it's not good. You need 9 ounce. This one, I like it. I just got to do some work on it. So don't get me wrong. I was just a little peed off on the fit and finish. You know what I mean? They could have fixed that. When they were on the grinder, they should have fixed that right away. But anyways, I'll fix that. This leather, well, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it is, but not in my eyes. I don't know who made that or who designed that, but that's a big fail. I give that a 1. Why a 1? The snap is the same snap as on that one, and it works pretty good. But as far as the mask itself, it just does not serve its purpose. It's not supposed to come off like that. You know what I mean? Just not supposed to come off like that. The frog, it's even weaker than the other one. See how weak that is? Okay. Let's change it up. See the difference in the angle? That's probably 2.5 ounce. This is probably 3 ounce. Look at the angle. Okay. See the angle? 9 ounce. Don't cheap. So yeah. All in all, once I changed the mask, the frog on both units to 9 ounce, I'll put a nice overstrike piece of leather here, stitch it up real nice. I'll fix the grind here. This is going to be a great little carving tool. I like the way the handle is, and I just like the design, and it does, as you see, it does good work. It would have just did better work if the maker would have took a little pride in it. This one, very appealing. I was worried when I looked at that one when it first came out. I was very disappointed, and then when I got this one, I didn't even open the box. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it on camera. A lot better. A lot better. Even though this should be 9 ounce, which it will be, I'll put an overstrike here also. The design of the sheath is the exact same design I'm going to make, but I'm going to get rid of this 3 ounce and I'm going to put 9 ounce leather. But all in all, do I recommend these 2 hatchets? Yeah, I do. I really do. I like the size of them. I like the way they feel in your hand. They do carve. They do split. They're not heavy. Matter of fact, the specs for this one, I'll put right here. And the specs for this one, I'll put right here. Okay guys, that's just a quick review of these 2 hatchets from Beaver Bushcraft. You guys take care. Bye now.